This new stove burns wood just like the old one. It was expensive, 23,000 euros. But Frano Prekpayai says it was a worthwhile investment.
This oven's better because it bakes more quickly and it's more efficient. I save about 30% in energy costs compared to the old one.
With the wood, the savings are even greater.
The old stove required 0.75 cubic meters of wood. Now I need only 0.35 cubic meters, so not even half as much.
The new stove cuts CO2 emissions by half. But the baker admits that for him, it was more about the money. His monthly savings are higher than the loan payment is. He now has a new oven, 100 euros a month more in his pocket, and he's benefited the environment to boot. Is environmental protection important to him? Sure it is, says Prekpayai. Why? Well, health concerns and so on, he says. The bakery is in Šid, a small town near the border with Croatia. Belgrade, Serbia's capital, is 100 kilometers to the east. Here's where the bank is headquartered that lent Prekpayai the money. Vladimir Rajic often has to explain to his clients that climate protection has both environmental and economic benefits.
Of course, everyone's interested in saving money, and once they understand that they can do that even while protecting the environment, they're more likely to. Not many Serbs would do it voluntarily.
In order for a business to qualify for an eco-loan, they have to reduce either their CO2 emissions or their energy consumption by 20%.
People often wind up saving even more energy and money and reducing CO2 emissions than predicted. That kind of news gets around. Then there's more demand for our loans. Our budget is going to run out next summer, 6 months earlier than planned.
Serbia is a country in transition, from communism to capitalism. The greatest concern is the widespread poverty. The average monthly salary in Serbia is 300 euros. Unemployment is 20%. And that figure doesn't take into account many of the very poorest. It's estimated there are 200,000 unregistered Roma living in Serbia. In spite of the poverty, there are people in Serbia who work toward climate protection out of a sense of commitment. Tamara Jelicic is one of them. The Economist took over her parents' restaurant 2 years ago, moving to a plot of land crisscrossed with springs. A heat pump in the cellar provides an environmentally friendly way to heat the restaurant or to cool it.
The heat pump measures the temperature and the level of the groundwater. The water is fed through pipes up into the restaurant floor. So the temperature remains very pleasant, between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius.
The heat pumps and the solar cells in the roof cost 50,000 euros. Just 2 years later, the investment has already paid for itself. In the kitchen, too, sustainability is everywhere. They use local ingredients, organically grown.
We recycle everything. We separate our trash, compost organic matter, and give our used oil to a company that can reuse it. Even my grandparents are environmentally conscious. They're vintners and their wines are organic. We go to a lot of effort to protect the environment.
The guests appreciate the family's environmental awareness.
Regulars like us know that they've been protecting the environment for 20 years now. That's why we moved right along with them. But now they're staying put for a while.
Guests often ask where the restaurant got its name of Old Well. Then they hear about environmental protection and how it's worth the effort.